morning. Will back, Will Shop Dayton, and we're here with the 2009 Ford Taurus X, and we're going to be doing the rear brakes and rotors. The first thing that you're going to do is lift and support your vehicle on jack stands and remove the rear tires and place them up under the vehicle. I will do that, and then I will let you know the tools that you're going to need in a moment. All right, back. We got the wheels off. We got supported on jack stands. Now I'm back with the tools that you're gonna need. The caliber bracket or the caliber bolts are 13 millimeter, and the caliber bracket bolts are a 15 millimeter. 13, 15. You can do it in a ½ inch. You may need a breaker bar. You can do it in wrenches, which I have a 13 and 15 ratchet and wrench there. You're gonna probably need a hammer to get those bolts loose. You're gonna need a hammer or a screwdriver to take the cover off. You're gonna need a 19 millimeter to take off the lug nuts. I use my impact. You're gonna need a T40 to remove the rotor screw holding the rotors in. You're gonna need a special caliber pushback tool to rotate the rear calibers. And then if you don't have new hardware with your brakes, you're gonna need a brush, wire brush. I'm using my drill attachment to make it quick, which I do have new hardware, but I'll demonstrate it anyway. And that's pretty much everything that you're gonna need. Before you start, go ahead and pop your hood and take the cap off of your brake fluid reservoir. Don't take it off completely, just remove it and leave it sitting there so the pressure can be relieved when you push the calibers back. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna get started by taking off the caliber and then the caliber bracket and then the rotor, and yeah. All right, be right back. All right, back. We're gonna start with removing the caliber bolts, which, like I said, are 13 millimeter. Oh, see, we got a problem here, so we're not going to be able to get that one because of the parking brake in the way. So let's grab our ratchet and wrench. If you ain't got steel hands, go ahead and use the hammer. Free. Do the same for that one. Bottom one seems a little still there. There we go. All right, easy. Let's take these two out. Two 13 millimeters. Put those in your cap with your lug nuts. So you keep track of them. All right, we're gonna remove our caliber, which should come pretty much right off if it's not seized, which is good. This one is not completely seized, but a little stuck on there. So you can get in between there if you got a regular screwdriver and kind of compress the rotor back. I'm just gonna go ahead and pry that up a little bit, like so. And like it has that key that you have to put the special tool into to push it back. So sit our caliper right there. Not a lot of stress on the line or anything. As you can see up there, it's not going anywhere. I'm gonna clean that up, and we're gonna remove our brake pads. One, they're stuck in there. Just give them a little tap with the screwdriver. There. There we go. Old brake pads. Ooh, they're wearing unevenly. See that? Wearing unevenly there. And that one's pretty good. So this is probably a good situation to make sure that you lubricate your guide pins. Which I'm gonna assume one of these is probably stuck. That one's moving and that one's stuck. So I'm gonna spend some time getting that one out. Spend some time getting this top one out. Getting that free and lube it up, make sure it moves well. So at this point we can go ahead and take off the caliber bracket, which is a 19 millimeter. See if we can get the can get a wrench in there. Or can we get a ratchet in there? Okay, you can get a ratchet in there. Might be easier with the wrench, but just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to use both. And those weren't tight at all. These are supposed to be torqued down to around 100 or 100 foot-pounds of torque. So let's take it off. Where are they? 15, sorry. 15. That is a little wrench. Make sure they torque down to 100. Alright, so that battery locked in. So I don't know how to hang out that easy. That's not good. That's what I'm going to do. A little bit tighter. Let's secure. Yeah. Okay, those aren't as neat. Hold your bracket. Remove your bracket. Set that to the side with the bolts. Look over here. Now to remove the caliber, or the rotor, sorry, we're gonna need a T40. T40. And if you need leverage, just put a screwdriver in it like that and turn counterclockwise. Brake free. That's free, and the motor comes right off without a rust. So the hub's pretty clean. Looks like the hub's really pretty recently new. So let's go ahead and compare our parts and stuff, and then we can go from there. not coated with that because it's already rust treated. So basically, tighten your bolt back in. Don't strip it. Roll it down. You can put some blue thread locker on here if you wanted to. Just give it a good. That's good. Not going anywhere. Now we're gonna go ahead and put and change the hardware. Clean that up and put the hardware. Just like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of these and then we'll reinstall the caliper bracket. All right, back. We got the new brake hardware on there. See, they all point out. Make sure they're all the way on there and seated well. This is why you clean. See, like that one isn't. This is why you clean it. Clean it up real well. Make sure everything fits good. So now we'll go ahead and get our caliber bolts. You could put more blue thread locker on there, but I'm gonna torque them down, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Stick that one in there. Just get it threaded by hand. Second one. All right, now let's tighten them down. Use whatever you like. Just snug them down, then we'll torque them down. Hand tight. Just tighten the bar. All right, I'll torque them down a little later. Let's get our brake pads on, and then we're gonna compress our piston, and we're pretty much done. Get a little rust. I'll respray them with brake fluid. A lot of stuff I do after I'm done recording, but just for the sake of the video. Go. Now we're gonna go ahead and compress our piston. We're gonna take our brake tool, our brake caliber compression tool, which is this right here. We want to find the ones that fit perfectly. Then we're gonna go ahead and tighten it up. So I'm probably gonna go with it's a little bigger than normal. So I'll try these, see if that fits first. actually fits pretty good. So, keeping that right there. Then go ahead and get our extension and our socket or ratchet. And we're gonna tighten it like so. Oh. Gotta keep a good hand on it, but you got the right fitting so far. Like these haven't been moving in quite some time. Just want to let y'all know that pushing the caliper back on the driver's side, turn it clockwise, and for the passenger side, you want to turn it counterclockwise to compress the piston. All right, back. If you can tell, it's later on in the day because I had to run to the junkyard, get some calipers. So I got the new calipers on, and trying to remember where we left off, which I believe was tightening up the. Okay, so we pushed the caliper back. My calipers were not pushed back; they were bad. So I went to the junkyard and got some different calipers, and they're not too great. So I had to put one of the old pads on the inside. So I'm going to be ordering some brand new calipers here from rockauto.com. But in the meantime, like I said, we're just pretty much tightening up everything. Tightening up the caliper bolts, which are 13s. Top one. And as y'all can probably see in the background, I bled the new calipers out and everything. I didn't get that on video because, yeah. All right, tight there. And honestly, we're done. All you got to do is go to the hood of the car, to the brake fluid, check it. Mine is a little bit low, so I'm gonna go ahead and top that off and put your top back on. That's because I just got done bleeding out the system. And then you're gonna come into here and pump that brake until it's hard. Should be nice and hard. And I'm gonna just double check for leaks because I did replace that and there are no leaks. And that's a job well done. We're gonna jack it up, put the tire back on, and that's pretty much it. Hope y'all appreciated the video. It only took y'all a few minutes, but it took me literally all day running into issues. So if you have this problem, go to the junkyard. I believe it was like a Ford Taurus, like 2008, has the same rear brakes set up. So if you can't, grab some new ones off of Rock Auto, need them right then, go to the junkyard. Ford Taurus 2008, 2009. And I just want to say I appreciate everybody, all the comments, all the chats. Appreciate the man that's looking for this video. Hope he enjoys it. And hope everybody shares, subscribe, comment, chat. I appreciate everybody, man. It's been fun. So I'll see y'all all later. Will Shop Dayton out. Peace.